Hello, Goons. My name is Alex. Welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum. In the last video, we managed to get into the botanical gardens, and now well, sorry. Actually, I may be thinking ahead. Actually, sorry. It has been a while since I've seen the footage. And the room that we were just in does have a few Riddler stuff, but we can't get all of it now. But don't worry, I do come back for all of that in the final video. But, well, you won't see that in the final video, but yeah. Anyway. So, we are trying to find the lab that Joker has in the gardens, which is how he's producing so much Titan formula. Now,
Are they still in there?
oh boy, this is going to be a struggle to get through because already I am out of things to talk about. God damn it. Well, actually, this particular area is where we get the final the final gadget for Batman's weaponry. And also I got also this is a riddle for someone called Mad Dog. If anyone knows who Mad Dog is in the Batman mythos, could you please let me know? Thank you. But this stealth segment. Okay, so kind of like in the hospital, we cannot be seen at all during this stealth segment, and we can't just go around a silent takedowning the thugs either, because they all have suicide collars. And the guy up in the Avery's control room will obviously see you and will automatically activate the traps for the hostages. So you need to make sure that no one sees you, not even your cape. Even though I think someone already did, but that's neither here nor there. I will admit that after coming back to this game for I will admit that coming back to the game after such a long time, this segment can be a bit of a pain. But you also need to have patience and to also get the timing down. Though I should mention here that there is kind of a weird riddle. Basically, it's for the character Killer Moth. Now, for those who don't know who he is, it's basically he's basically a supervillain that is a moth-themed version of Batman. For whatever reason, I don't exactly know why, but it's whatever. But actually, Mothman is a relevant character for Batgirl, actually, because during a time where Batman was captured, Batgirl took down Killer Moth and saved him. But yeah, there's a reason why you don't really see much of Killer Moth, if any. So yeah, but once you knock this guy up in the control room out, you are free to go ahead and take down the others. Because Joker will let them know that you're already here. See? Now the thugs are a bit on edge. Well, I say they're on edge. They're acting a lot calm for someone who knows that Batman's here, but I digress. Now, there are a couple of different ways to go about this, but I just stick to what I know. And boom, Sonic Shock Batarang. One of the better gadget upgrades, at least for this game, you know. So I was a little bit worried that this. Okay, sorry. I was a little worried that one of those guys was gonna come up, because now they really are on edge, and I'm not too sure if their patterns would change. But yeah, just take your time and you'll be fine. So a double batarang and all that's good, but since I wouldn't be able to get to the other guy in time, just wait for him to come up, I think, because he is the only guy left, and I do believe he will check out the other guy, but I don't really remember. It's been a while since I actually looked at this footage. There he goes. And a silent takedown now. There we go. Just, and that is the aviary. Now, exactly what this is doing inside of a botanical garden, I will never understand, because like, this thing seems more like somewhere that the early Penguin would do. Sorry, in modern history, you know, a Penguin is the owner of a nightclub called the Iceberg Lounge. And you do actually get to see that in Arkham City, which obviously is the sequel to this game. But in the early days before the Iceberg Lounge, Penguin would do a lot of bird-related crimes, and an aviary was the perfect spot for him. So, you know. Alright, so now we get this 3-dial bomb, and I was actually quite worried that I would screw it up, because, well, when you take too long, it starts to beep. It starts to beep rapidly, and it was right about here that I wish I had the power enhancer for the power amplifier for the cryptographic sequencer. And honestly, I do prefer how they used this thing in later entries where you need to spell out a word. But yeah, it's not awful. I just prefer the sequels in this particular case. But now we're in the Titan lab that Joker has been working on. So, yeah, you can tell kind of where this is going. Just, okay, so that gun has darts that are filled with Titan. And Joker thinks that because the formula is a bit more perfected now, or maybe these goons are a lot stronger than the first Titan guy that Batman fought. He could send them at him with hardly any problems. And now there's two, and it can be kind of a pain. And also, I got hit there because I forgot the freaking button. But doesn't really matter. And also, this is a little bit different compared to the first Titan battle, because now these guys have health bars, and from And from here on, every Titan enemy will have a health bar. These are like these are basically mini bosses. So once the first bar is depleted, you can get a few extra hits in and just get on them. Well, get on their backs and use them to hurt the other Titan, but also some other enemies if they're close by. Now, City also expanded on the Titans a little bit by giving them a Titan Charge and a Titan Shockwave, which is basically a ground pound and a shoulder tackle. And yeah, in groups, the Titans can be a bit of an issue, especially since you don't have any special moves. And I will admit they are a bit tricky to control. But once the first one is down, the other one pretty much falls like a stack of dominoes, and they can hurt each other. By the way, like if it shoulder tackles into the other Titan, then it will cause them to be dazed. Although it doesn't work if you're if you just use them to hit around, you know. But also they can hurt you while you're wailing on these guys, so be careful of that. I also really like that animation when you take down a Titan, just like a hammer shot and then a flip kick. You know, it's very cool cinematography, and we can see it again after one last charge, which shouldn't be. Well, actually, he is throwing someone, which is a little bit of a pain because it just dragged out the fight longer than it needed, and a regular batarang is not going to work. It has to be when it's charging. So, flip kick and hammer strike. Bam. Done. So, during the fight, you also noticed that one of the Titans ran into the tanks, and they all exploded. Well, if you didn't do that, then you would. Sorry, let me back up a bit. I'm sorry. So, basically, you need to destroy the Titan, right? And you can do that with the explosive gel. What you can also do is use the Titans to your advantage. So I didn't really know exactly where I was in the room, and when the Titan ran and crashed into the wall, they actually crashed into the Titan, which managed to blow it up. So now we send in the Batwing, boom, which honestly doesn't look as good as future ones. Maybe it's like a drone or something. And it sends us our final gadget, which I don't know why Batman's taking so long, but anyway, this is the line launcher. Basically, this will help us get over incredibly large gaps that we couldn't cross before, like certain trophies being out of reach, or certain locations, like the trophy over there, for example. You know, just zip on towards it, grab it.
There is no way you were doing this alone.
Who's helping you? Fuck you, Nigma. Fuck you. And I'm especially going to be saying that to myself when I get to filming Arkham Knight in October. And yes, I do plan to play all the games this year. And with how quickly I am blazing through Asylum right now, not going to be too much a problem. So now we are off to find Ivy herself. And, well, we do get her to cooperate, if a little, forcefully. But, I mean, certain sacrifices gotta be made, you know. But, anyway. So, we will be back with Ivy later. Because, yes, she is a boss. And, thankfully, she isn't a Bane reskin. Though, that's not really saying a lot because, her fight's not all that impressive either. Like,
I know Dr. Young mutated
sorry.
to produce venom.
Like, the bosses in this game are very lacking. Like, they don't have a lot of variety to them. You know, they're mainly just the same thing over and over and over again, with the exception of Scarecrow. Because, like, even though that Scarecrow segments can be a little annoying at times, they are at least a visual difference to everything else. So, yeah, it's whatever. All right, now we have our next objective, which is to find spores underneath Arkham Island. And the only place that has these spores is Killer Croc's lair. Now, the only one who would even know about that would definitely have to be Cash, because Cash has some history with Croc. In fact, I'm pretty sure you may have noticed, you know, eagle-eye viewers and all that jazz. You may have noticed that Cash has a hook for a hand. Well, that's because of Killer Croc. A Croc bit off Cash's hand. Okay, now we get a segment that caused me to die in combat for the first time in this run-through. Which, but don't worry. I managed to beat it the second time. And you see, like, I'm just playing like shit right now. Because god damn it, I swear I am hitting the triangle button, but the game is not reading the input. I guess it's because Batman is still stuck in the animation, but I couldn't tell you. I think in Night, at least, they improved the timing of that, but it's not by a terrible amount. Like, I guess. But there we go. First death from combat. And thankfully, it's the only one. You know? The only time that I die in actual combat to the game. Which... And by the way, I'm still only at 1 armor. Wait, did I upgrade? Yeah, not all. Anyway, but unfortunately, I will. Well, not unfortunately. Fucking. In the final video, I will have a full armor. So you don't need to worry too much about that, okay? Fucking sorry. So far I've been able to get through with only 1 armor upgrade and upgrading everything else. Like, this has never happened to me before, so revel in this as long as I have to. I think in a future video I do upgrade the armor again, but I can't fully remember. So, you know. And yeah, we do need to go all the way back through the botanical gardens again. Although thankfully, when we come back here, there are gonna be a few shortcuts. And yes, you have to use the line launcher here because the floor is now permanently electrified. I don't really know why or how. Probably just to have the player use the line launcher, which is not a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing actually, but you know. And we got our final stealth segment in here. So yeah, it'd be a little bit of a pain, but it is what it is. So just start off with the sonic battering and boom. And a regular one, and ground pound. I mean, to be fair, they would know that you were here. Well, actually, they would figure out that you're here anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter all that much. Though you can't just go out all willy-nilly, you know what I mean? But here we go. Inverted takedown. And I'm so glad that they didn't make this thing an upgrade in future games, because for Christ's sake that would have been annoying. And I thought that I was able to do that. Oh well. Anyway, ground pound, and up we go. Just wait for that dude. And booyah. Though to be fair, I probably could have just could have gone. I definitely should have used a single batarang, but you live and you learn, right? And since we are just about coming up on time for the video, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I got some special videos coming up down the pipeline. And the next milestone that we will be celebrating is 500 subscribers. If possible, I would like to hit that by June, which I think we have a good chance of. Anyway, Social Goons, until next time, remember, reach for the stars.
Titan must be having a different effect on Ivy. Her plants are growing. They'll soon be out of control. Looks like the plants are mutating further. That pod appears to contain similar spores to the ones Ivy used to attack Gotham last year. They're deadly.